You ever found yourself just kind of aimlessly scrolling on your phone or on your laptop and just spending hours and hours of your day, of your week, of your life just aimlessly scrolling? I mean, if you have, you're not too different from many other people, especially nowadays, even myself. Like, I know I get trapped with that often. And one thing that I tried over the last few months, kind of from April, May, June, and July, was I gave myself a limitation. So I told myself no more technology use after 10 p.m. And part of the reason I did that was because I found that it was just constantly disrupting my sleep cycle. And I've fallen back into bad habits. I mean, it's August 19th now. I've fallen back into some bad habits. And so, I'll watch Netflix as I'm trying to fall asleep. Or, first thing I do when I wake up is just go scrolling on my phone, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is. But I've just found that over time that, especially as I get older, that it just keeps disrupting the things that are more and more important to me. For myself, like life isn't online. And so when I get into this mode where I'm just scrolling and scrolling or just refreshing the YouTube page, I find that I kind of need to get up and start moving and maybe even go outside for a walk sometimes just to feel a bit better. But I've found that this overuse of technology just keeps making a more negative impact on my mental health, emotional health, psychological health, and overall, it's just not really what I wanted to be doing. And so, part of the reason why I set this goal for myself to, pause, stop all technology use after 10 p.m. was to improve my sleep, which for me, like working as a teacher, as a professional, or just wanting to be a healthy adult, like it's very important that you get your sleep and that you get enough of it and that you get, in a quality sleep as well. Because one thing I was finding, and now I'm stuck in the same trap, is after 30, 40, 60 minutes, I've been asleep, but I fell asleep watching, Netflix or YouTube. I'll wake up because maybe my laptop moves a bit or some sound comes out of the speaker and it wakes me up and it disrupts my sleep. And I just wasn't enjoying that process. And so I decided to take some action and I had some pretty decent results. I made sure to not go 2 days in a row without following the rule, right? So there were many days in the 3 month period where, I used my phone or my laptop after 10 p.m., maybe on a weekend or whatever. And so what I made sure to do was not have three failures in a row. So 3 days in a row where I go on my device after 10 p.m. And what I found was when I could get into a nice long streak of not using my device after 10 p.m. is just my sleep quality improved. And I felt better as well. I was just making sure that I wasn't waking up an hour or two into my sleep due to some sound or light on my screen. What I also discovered was that I also fall asleep a lot later than I would say many people. So I know some people they fall asleep around 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., whatever it is. For me, whatever reason, naturally, like I much prefer falling asleep around midnight. So maybe anywhere from 11 to 1 a.m. kind of range, but typically midnight. And so that leads to the next kind of dilemma. Well, what do you do between 10 p.m. and midnight? Because 2 hours every night is a lot of time to spend or use. Personally, I started reading. Many of my students will know I really enjoy reading. I do a lot of it on the side as much as I can. And so in this 3 month period, I actually ended up reading a lot of different books or just chapters from books and learning a lot. But, if this is something that you wanted to endeavor in as well, to put a limitation, maybe midnight, 11 p.m., 10 p.m., wherever you're at in your life and your use of technology, but filling in that time with something else that is valuable or rewarding or feels good. So you're not just looking for that dopamine hit, that whatever positive chemicals we get when we see something on Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook. Being able to put your phone on silent and then just being away from the device so you're not looking at this blue light from the screen, you're not getting these notifications, you're not getting these very stimulating, whatever it is, video on YouTube, Netflix, whatever the next episode is, and starting to tune into whatever's going on in the body, the mind, and relaxing and easing into your bedtime. So for some people, they might want to stretch, maybe go out for an evening walk. Many like myself will probably read, but you could even meditate, you could journal, whatever it is you find appeals to you right before bedtime that helps you sort of wind your day down, relax, and get into that whatever state you need to get into to help you fall asleep. For myself, that was the important thing with my limitation to technology. But I would encourage you to try limiting your own use of technology, whether it's putting a time limit on certain apps, whether it's, I won't use my phone for the first, 10 minutes of the day, 30 minutes of the day, or the last 10 to 30 minutes of the day, whatever you want to set. I would encourage you to give it a try and see how you feel after that and see how it affects you. Just removing yourself from your device a little bit and taking a break and kind of waking up to reality. I say that as there's a window in front of me, just being able to look outside, walk around, relax, ease into whatever is going on inside your body, your mind, and then relaxing that. So, best of luck with pausing your technology use. I hope it helps you. If it did, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Thank you. Take care.